right, this is Patrick Rogers here with the Exitable Business Podcast. And welcome to this episode. In this episode, we're speaking specifically to people with businesses with more than 10 million annual revenue, okay? And we're going to talk about in here, just kind of the goal of today's episode is to really help you kind of navigate some ideas, some concepts of what you want to do with your business. Some pros and cons of selling now versus a potential idea of holding on to it for a little bit longer, and what could be the payback for that. So first of all, you need to start and figure out, right? The first thing we have to do is figure out what you need to retire, right? So we have to take a look. You have to take a look at your current assets, real estate, cash, whatever you can make, liquid stocks, all that kind of stuff. Add that up, and then determine what the current valuation of your company is now. And for that, you should, definitely get, certified exit planning advisor. We can help you with that as well, or there's plenty of others out there. But so you need to add all of that up, the valuation of the company currently, if it's sold, minus the brokerage fees, minus taxes, all that kind of stuff, right? Minus any debt, and figure out what you could walk away with. And is what that total amount comes to, that nest egg between the two, is that enough for you to retire on? Okay. And if it is, and if that's what you want, it's going to continue to keep your current lifestyle, well, then guess what? You don't have to do anything around value acceleration or trying to scale or grow your company or prepare it more for exit. However, I will tell you that even if you are looking to sell, if you have at least a year, I'm going to show you why you want to do that. And it's actually a pretty simple process. So we'll get to that. But if you figure that out and there's a gap there, let's say you figure out that total number that you retire, you need to retire to maintain your current lifestyle or to get the lifestyle that you want. Whatever that gap is, you need to figure out how much you need to grow your company to. Okay. And then from that, you need to roll up your sleeves and put together a plan of action of how you achieve that. Right. And then again, that's what companies like ours do for you. So I know where you're at. You're over $10 million company. Your business has done a great job of growing, right? You have your sales and marketing team pegged in, they're down. You're growing by leaps and bounds. You have no problems in those areas. But despite everything in your entrepreneurial skills, you're still having problems mounting, likely, maybe. Your systems could be getting strained a little bit. Your customers might be noticing. Your leadership team, who has done a great job of bringing you through the $1 million to $10 million range, all of a sudden, they're too busy to handle the massive onset of problems that generally tend to occur as you're scaling past 10 million. So it just really depends on, at what level you're at. Your leadership team is maybe not operating on all cylinders compared to when they were before. Maybe they're not getting together as a team and really, putting that leadership or executive team as the first priority. And maybe there's a few people on your team who are, who are kind of gunning for the favor of the CEO, and maybe put the needs and wants of their department ahead of the best, the needs of the company, right? And so there could be a lot of that stuff going on. And you might even notice that the further, the larger you get, right, the further the employees get away from you, the less motivated they are to give 100% to their job. And so you could be experiencing, employee motivation, culture, productivity, starting to drop the larger you get away from 10 million. Either way, though, you're looking to sell your business, or at least you're thinking about, I need to start thinking about an exit strategy and start preparing my company for an exit to move on to another project or whatever. Right. Well, you're in the right place at the right time, because being here at least 3 to 5 years ahead of time means that you're forward thinking. And that's how much time it takes if you want to scale it further, to really have some dramatic impact. We're going to get into that in a little bit here in a second. And again, if you only have 1 year, you're also in the right place, because you can get a lot done in 1 year you can actually dramatically improve and increase the value of your company without even adding a dollar to your revenue. Okay. So we'll talk about how you can do that. So the challenge, once you're above 10 million, is if you are looking to scale your company and you're looking to get the maximum value out of that company when your business is above 10 million, it's all about, first of all, you have to de-risk your company. You have to remove the risk for a potential buyer, right? To come in and buy your company. And that revolves around two main focal points. It's your systems and your people. Okay. And, like we said, typically you got the marketing and sales game down, right? You couldn't have gotten above 10 million without it. But as we go further and further past that 10 million, adding more and more employees, basically you're adding 2 or 3 times, again, remove from you the level of direct influence, protocols, procedures, priorities and things that are changing in ways that maybe you don't really want to have happen. Okay. And you're trying not to micromanage, but you find yourself, you're dealing with all these inconsistencies. And as it continues, you notice that there's that increasing disconnect, right? Between the people on your team and originally the core vision and values of why you started the company in the first place. Right. And, and feel the importance of providing that customer service to every client. However, you feel that your team and your leadership team as well is maybe not really just taking hold there and really ingraining and really, owning that same concept. And so here's the hard truth. The hard truth is you could sell your business for wherever you're at right now. And again, ultimately, you need to determine if the value matches up with your retirement needs. But what you could do is you could invest 1 year, roll up your sleeves a little bit. And I get it. It depends on, where you're at. If you're a baby boomer and you're like, I need to be out of this business yesterday, like I'm going to kill my COO or, my whatever, you're just done and you're checked out. That's one thing. If you've got the numbers, go ahead and check out, right. And sell it. But if you have a little extra time, even if you only have 1 year, 1 or 2 years before you want to put it on the market, you can focus on the de-risking portion of it and dramatically improve your multiple. Again, without adding $1 of sales and revenue, okay? You can improve that multiple drastically. This is assuming you're going for a financial purchase, right? If you're going for strategic purchase, which is a whole nother realm, and we definitely talk about during our roundtables, but if you're looking for a financial purchase, then you can drastically increase that multiple just by focusing on the intangibles, the back-end systems, the people, and the systems and the processes in the company. Okay. So, and the other part of it is that, the hard truth is that if you do want to scale your company, if you have 3 to 5 years ahead of time, especially, your business needs a new method of communication. Your business needs a new internal operating system to engage the employees, to engage the leadership team so that they can run the company just as good as you or better than without you there. Okay. This is all critical stuff. And likely, depending on where you're at, if you're towards the 10 to 15, $1 million range, you might not have this in place yet. Hopefully you do if you're above that. But believe me, I've seen it where they don't. So just depending on where you're at. And here's the deal is you likely can't do this alone. This is not a skill set that, you can just take a little bit of a course overnight and get it done. Okay. You need help getting there. Okay. The truth is you can increase your multiples significantly by focusing first on your business model, the intangible operational structure and systems, and drive a significant value increase in your company, even if you only have 1 or 2 years, right, without growing your revenues $1. Okay. And the truth is once your structure is in place, okay, you can then even grow more aggressively. If you did have more time, if you had the 3 to 5 years or longer, you can employ different growth mechanisms, strategies. Once your core new business model is in place, you can grow aggressively and perhaps faster than you ever previously imagined. And the truth is, if you have 3 to 5 years at least, you have to start now. If you only have 3 to 5 years, you have to start now. Okay. It's imperative that you start now. There's things that have stopped you from growing before or breaking through to that next level that you can get information to help you break through. Okay. Just maintaining a 5 to 10% growth rate. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, that's good, it's safe. Well, in my book, safe is 50 to 100% a year. You can do that. Okay. So what I wanted to share with you is if that is something at all of interest, if you want to find out more information, we actually host a free roundtable. We call it the 9-Figure Executive Value Acceleration Roundtable. We do it 1 or 2 times a month. And if you're on the website now, you just go down to the bottom and you click enter your name and email, and we'll send you some more information on our next roundtable. If you're hearing this on the podcast, go to exitable.io, and then you can go up and go and sign on to our executive roundtables. And we're going to be in there. We're going to mastermind. You're only going to be surrounded with other 8-figure executives who are looking to get and drive towards that 9-figure amount, right? And we're going to mastermind, and we're going to talk about some best practices. We're going to go and dig in deeper over and above what we've already talked about here. Okay. And we're going to really start peeling apart some of that stuff. And of course, tune in for our later episodes. We're going to be sharing all this stuff. I'm not going to leave anything out in these podcasts. It's just, I can't do it all in one. So feel free, attend our roundtable, listen to the next podcast, tune in, look forward to developing a relationship with you. And we'll see you in the next episode or on the roundtable. This is Patrick Rogers signing out for Exitable Business Podcast. Thanks a lot. Bye, everyone.